In this video, we will be looking into why are we using Eureka Server as our server-side discovery or registry for our multiple microservices that we are going to create in this whole session. So let's get started and see why Eureka. In this course, we have an agenda to create multiple microservices, Dockerize it, deploy it on cloud. Now, when going towards the cloud, what happens is your applications are deployed as instances in the cloud. Sometimes due to some crash issues or some failures, your instances can go down, and when they cope up from the failures, they are assigned a new IP address which is dynamically assigned by cloud providers to your instances. Since you have a new IP address, a new location for your old microservice, you need to change all the URLs in your existing microservices who wants to communicate with the crashed microservice which is now up, which is a big problem, right? Because if the IP addresses are dynamically assigned and it keeps on changing now and then, you cannot just change your configuration files to change the URLs, and hence we are using Eureka Server as a registry and discovery pattern for our microservices to communicate with each other without having to update any of the URLs or IP addresses or port whenever your instances go up or down. So Eureka is a registry. When microservices spans up in their life, the Eureka Server is the one who is responsible for providing their dynamic information like their IP address, their port, health status, etc. So Eureka is something very similar to what we used to have as the phone book directories in older days, where we had a mapping between a person and their phone numbers. So what we did is we just asked for the person's name, and in the directory book we will be able to get the phone numbers. Similarly is the Eureka for you, which is a registry but for microservices, not for people and their phone numbers. It's a registry between microservice and their dynamic IP addresses. So Eureka Server is the one who maintains up-to-date list of available services and their information like their IP address, port, health status, etc. So Eureka is a registry. Also, it is a discovery. Whenever microservices wants to know where this microservice lies, where I need to interact with, then it does not directly go to that microservices with the static IP hitting the URL of that service directly. Rather, it goes to Eureka Server and queries the Eureka Server. Like, give me an IP address, port and health status of another microservice. And thus, Eureka enables communication between microservices. It becomes the interface between multiple microservices. Everybody asks Eureka where the service is currently. And hence, even if your instance crashes, when it comes back to life, it will register itself to Eureka. Eureka will have all its dynamic information, and whenever somebody wants to search that microservice just need to query the Eureka Server. That's it. This Eureka Server helps you have the fault tolerance and resilience because it continuously monitors the services, and if any service is unhealthy, then Eureka Server removes it from its registry. Now we have two types of service discoveries, that is client-side and server-side discoveries. Which one is Eureka now? In microservice architecture, there are two approaches for service discovery: client-side discovery and server-side discovery. The main difference between both two lies on the fact that who have the responsibility to discover the services dynamically in the network. If it is client who is responsible for service discovery, then you are using the client-side discoveries. But the best part is Eureka is server-side discovery, because the responsibility of service discovery is shifted to a dedicated component. In our case, it is Eureka, who is a service registry or discovery server. Now what happens is it acts as a central repository for all the services and their informations like IP addresses. Now whenever the service starts up or spans up to life, it registered themselves to Eureka. And when another microservice wants to communicate with that microservice, it queries Eureka and obtains the network location or the IP address, port, host, everything from Eureka and calls that microservice through Eureka. Also, not just server-side discovery and registry is what Eureka do. It also performs load balancing, fault tolerance, multiple advantages are there when you are using Eureka. And hence, in the next video, we will be seeing how we will set up the Eureka Server for our multiple microservices that we are going to create ahead in this course. So let's get started and see how to set up Eureka Server for our microservices.